Hello students, in today's session I will classify kingdom Protista. All protists share common character that they are unicellular. They are eukaryotic with true nucleus and having membrane bound cell organelles. But still there are differences. That's why Protista is divided into 5 divisions. First division is Chrysophyta, commonly known as golden brown algae. Meaning of algae is autotrophic or photosynthetic. Meaning of autotrophic, they can prepare their own food. Photosynthetic, to derive energy, they use sunlight. All these chrysophytes are found in aquatic body. Some are living in marine water, some are living in fresh water, but they always floats on the water surface. Hence, we call them as planktonic or pelagic. Try to remember these words. Chrysophytes are unicellular eukaryotes, aquatic, marine or found in fresh water, pelagic in form, means floating. If you see the cell wall, it is outermost protective layer around the cell. This cell wall is made up of cellulose. In Monera, they have peptidoglycan, but here the cell wall is made up of cellulose. And on this cell wall, there is a deposition of sand particles. And sand we call silica. So, we can call cell wall is siliceous. Meaning is silica deposits are found on the cell wall. Now, due to deposition of these silica particles, it shows nice designs. So, name is given. It is a nickname. These are called jewels of plant kingdom. They look like ornaments if you magnify under microscope. Come to internal structure of every organism. Inside, we can see all cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, ribosomes, vacuoles, and plastids. Using plastids, they can prepare their own food material. So we call them as autotrophic. These organisms can reproduce asexually or sexually. Excellent example of chrysophyte is diatoms. These diatoms deposits at the bottom of the aquatic body. For several years they go on depositing, giving a gritty soil. This is known as diatomaceous earth. It is a source of petroleum or crude oil. After getting the products like petrol, diesel, kerosene, whatever left, it is used as a tar. The gritty soil particles which are obtained, they are used as insolutors in the boilers. They are used in the toothpaste. They are used in the highlighters. If you see on the highway, wherever divider is not there, we can see the small blinking lights. There is no electricity inside, but we can feel that there is a light emission going on. It is because of this gritty soil. It is obtained from diatomaceous earth. Hope you followed division Chrysophyta, first division from kingdom Protista. Coming to second division known as Dinoflagellates or Dinoflagellata. These organisms are unicellular eukaryotes, exclusively marine. They are not found in fresh water. If you see the outer cell wall, it is very hard. It is cellulose with pectin deposition. These organisms show 2 flagellae. That's why name Dinoflagellates. One flagellum is transversely arranged. Flagellum looks like a whip. It beats in water and cover the distance. So it is a locomotory structure. So one flagellum is vertically placed and one flagellum is horizontally placed. So these dinoflagellates can move up and down in water or can cover the distance. These diatoms are usually reddish in color. So if they divide asexually by fission, large number of diatoms may cause red tides. Means if you look at the tides of the sea, it gives reddish color. It indicates that the number of organisms from Dinoflagellata is increasing. And when this population of Dinoflagellate increases, it releases toxins. The water becomes poisonous, and because of this, the aquatic animals will die. So red tides causes mortality of the aquatic. Mortality means death rate. Number of death will increase. Coming to third division, Euglenoidea. These organisms are unicellular eukaryotes. They are exclusively found in fresh water. They have outer pellicle. It is a proteinaceous layer for protection, highly flexible and elastic in nature. These organisms have a paired flagella arising from basal granule. Now what these basal granule flagella that we are dealing in the cell structure and function unit. A paired flagellum comes outside which will help the organism to move in water. So these are motile organisms. They have plastids. When light is available, they can prepare their own food. Otherwise, they obtain food from others. Means these organisms we call taxonomic unfits. Because in 5 kingdom classification, if you see third criteria introduced by Robert Whittaker is mode of nutrition. Based on the type of nutrition, we classify organisms as autotrophic, heterotrophic, saprotrophic. But if you see here, euglenoids, they show both autotrophic nature and heterotrophic nature. So they exhibit both. This is evolutionary link. Clear? This I will again take reference in second year. So such organisms we call taxonomic unfits. Coming to the next division. It is division number 4. They are called slime molds. They are mimicking fungi as saprotrophs. If you see the habitat, they are usually found in the damp soil where the moisture content is more. They are also found on the moist bark of the trees. They also creeps and they form a larger colony known as plasmodia. Plasmodia is a creeping body, means the cells divide and they just start acquiring the surrounding space. The cell wall is showing deposition of chitin. So it is chitinous cell wall. Spelling of chitin is CHITIN. Should not pronounce chitin. It is pronounced as chitin. So cell wall is chitinous. They don't have plastids. Means they never prepare their own food. Rather, they obtain food from outside. So these are decomposers. They just absorb the nutrients from surrounding medium. Coming to fifth division. Fifth division is protozoa. Proto means first. Zoon is animal. So these are animal-like creatures. But when we say animals, they are multicellular. These are animal-like creatures representing unicellular nature. So these are unicellular eukaryotes found only in fresh water, maybe flowing water or stagnant water, and all are motile in this group. Some exceptions are there, some are pathogens. They cause diseases in the host body. These protozoans, they lack cell wall. There is no cell wall found. Hence, we call them as naked. Only cell membrane is the outer covering. These organisms are purely heterotrophic like animals. So no cell wall, no autotrophic nature, means They are perfectly like animals. Plus, they are motile. They can move from one place to another place. Now, these organisms extend the cell membrane and move further. So, these are false legs, pseudopodia. So, amoeba is the example, ant amoeba is the example that they are moving with the help of pseudopodia. Then, paramecium. They have fine hairy outgrowths all over the body called cilia. So, Paramecia is ciliated protozoan. Coming to Trypanosoma. This is third organism in protozoa which has flagella for locomotion. So, these are flagellated protozoans. Fourth group is Sporozoa. Example is Plasmodium. Sporozoa means they lack cell wall, they lack flagella. They are non-motile, but they are pathogenic. They survive in the host body to complete their life cycle. Total 5 divisions are made in kingdom Protista. Chrysophyta, Dinoflagellate, Euglenoidea, slime molds and protozoans. When I told the characters, I use the first term unicellular. I use second term eukaryotic. But when I started explaining cell wall, you will find the difference. First group, siliceous cell wall. Second group, hard cell wall. Third group, there is no cell wall but there is a pellicle. Fourth group, chitinous cell wall. And fifth group, without cell wall. If you see photosynthetic pigments, first group, they possess pigments, chlorophyll, xanthophyll with carotenoids and phycoerythrins. Okay, let me tell you about photosynthetic pigments. Green pigment we call chlorophyll. Blue pigment we call phycocyanin. Yellow pigment we call xanthophyll. Red pigment we call erythrin. It is called phycoerythrin. And orange we call carotenoid. So these are photosynthetic pigments. Now, detailed account of pigments we are learning in plant physiology in unit 4. Clear? So those who are autotrophic, they possess this pigment. So because of this pigment, the first Chrysophyta, they show golden brownish color. So we call them as golden brown algae. Second group, Dinoflagellate, they have more erythrin, red pigment. That's why we call them as, even their number is increasing, they cause red tides. They appear reddish in color. Third group, they have chlorophyll. Fourth group, they don't have chlorophyll. Even fifth group, they don't have photosynthetic pigments. So first 3 groups are autotrophic. But third group, not completely autotrophic. It may be heterotrophic. And saprotrophic is slime mold and purely heterotrophic is protozoans. Right? First kingdom Monera, second kingdom Protista. In kingdom Monera, first group is Eubacteria. Second group is Cyanobacteria. But before that, there is one more group called Archaebacteria. About bacteria and cyanobacteria, I will again explain in detail in further part. That is in cell topic. That's why I have not covered that topic. Here in Protista, we have covered classification part. With this, I will conclude today's session.